Hey gang, sometime around last month I saw on Facebook that this guy that I knew, sort of, kind of, I had a few interactions with a guy, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't call him a friend, passed away. And believe me, he was a big time jerkhead. And yes, we're back here at the old laundromat slash current tire shop. I'll tell you guys about the first time I met him. His name was Jesse. And this was back when Reno and his family and I were living at the house together. And I came down here one Saturday to do some laundry. And already here was WC's first ex-wife, Crystal, and her cousin. And of course, they were doing laundry too. So I started talking to Crystal and, catching up on things and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, Jesse pops in the door, and of course, he's hanging out with WC. And I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's already a real winner. So what happened was that he pops in, and I don't know, I can't say I liked him from first minute, but I was like, give everybody a chance, and I tried to do that. So he and WC take off, and they're going to go riding around town. So it's just, Crystal, her cousin, and I just sitting in there talking. And Crystal's insisting on her cousin to constantly text Jesse and call him and everything like that. And she's doing it over and over and over and over again. So eventually Jesse comes back to the laundromat and berates her cousin. Why don't you stop calling and texting me every 30 seconds? We're not doing anything wrong, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And then he starts tearing into Crystal, verbally, of course. And you need to stop telling her to do this, blah, 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 and all that. And WC just standing right there at that doorway right there, standing there, doesn't tell Jesse anything, just stands there while he's tearing into Crystal. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So they take off. And I tell them both, Crystal and her cousin, I tell them both, something, if somebody else was here and he came back here yelling and screaming like that, somebody probably would have called the cops saying he's disturbing the peace. And I look at Crystal and I go, something, I would not let anybody talk to, my girlfriend, wife, or whoever like that. So I would stand up to him and say, hey man, that ain't cool, don't do that. And I thought maybe Crystal was a little bit impressed by what I said. So, a little while later, they came back, picked them up. I left shortly after. And the whole time just thinking to myself, man, WC he's sad and pathetic. He wouldn't tell Jesse, like, hey man, right then and there. I mean, he'll probably claim, like, oh, I did in the car. Like, yeah, a lot of good that did. I'm sure that won you some bonus points with Crystal when she got back home. But yeah, so I tell Crystal and her cousin that, and I'm like, it wasn't cool. Sometime later, I find out that Jesse is wanting to confront me because Crystal told him that I said that I would beat him up and all this other stuff because, he was being a jerk towards both of them and everything like that. So Jesse decided that he was going to confront me about it because sometime later, Reno and Steve are at Broadway Pawn. And apparently Reno was asked by a local news station about what he thinks needs to be improved around this town. He says, just bring in another meat packing plant. That was it. Done and done. So Jesse walks up to him sometime afterward, and Jesse says he wants to confront me, but he's going to go buy a gun to do it. And Reno says, well, let me tell you something, man. Don't do it at the house, because that's where my mom, my dad are, and the kids are, and everything like that. Don't do that. He says, second of all, he says, I wouldn't carry a gun on you because, he says, Doc is he'll more likely crack you open real good. And Jesse's only response was, whatever. I didn't see Jesse anymore after that. I still kept walking around town, wondering where he's at and everything like that. Never saw him again. Till sometime later on, the last time I saw Jesse before he completely disappeared, was at the smoke shop. And he and WC were riding around. Jesse, of course, driving the car. WC talked to me, and all Jesse was doing was occasionally looking at me, giving me mean looks and everything like that. And I'm like, what are you going to do? It's like, where's your gun? I didn't say it. I was thinking like, where's your gun, dude? But Jesse just didn't say 2 words to me or anything like that. And then, of course, like I said, sometime around last month, found out he passed away. And to tell you the truth, the picture they picked for his in memory of, he's standing in what looked like a dilapidated backyard, holding a beer can and frowning. Yeah, seemed like Jesse was just one angry dude. You know something? Oy vey. I have no idea what caused his death, but to tell you the truth, I'm not worried about it, and I don't really care. I hate being heartless, and I hate sounding heartless, but folks, if you knew the guy, you'd understand. But we probably all have known somebody like him. So, there you go. Anyway, gang, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. Let's stop trying to destroy the world. Let's keep praying this virus nightmare is going to end very, very soon. Whether or not you believe in God, He believes in you. And any goals you want to achieve in life, hope you get there and get there soon, as long as you get there legally and nobody gets hurt, including yourself. So take care of yourselves. Try to be good. Try to be good yourself. Try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.